90% of adults drink some form of caffeine daily. So let's make you aware of what it is that you're consuming. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about how much I hate caffeine. Caffeine is a natural stimulant, but it's also the world's #1 drug. So it is consumed more than any other drug on this planet. And it may not be supporting your goals of having that calm, grounded, magnetic, feminine energy in the way that you desire. Me personally, I don't even drink caffeine anymore, okay? So I quit drinking caffeine in 2018 and I was a school teacher, okay? So I had to have my coffee every single morning. I was drinking a lot of coffee in the morning, especially my first couple years of teaching. And it was just sort of a regular thing, right? You wake up, you make your cup of coffee, that's what starts your day. But again, most people don't really even understand what caffeine does and the fact that it is a drug and the effect that it has on our body. So I want to talk to you about it. And then you can make the decision that you want to make. 90% of adults drink some form of caffeine daily. 90%, okay? So let's make you aware of what it is that you're consuming. Caffeine works by blocking the receptors for adenosine, and adenosine is a neurotransmitter that signals to your body that it's time to relax, it's time to feel sleepy. So essentially what caffeine does is it masks the signal to your body that you're getting tired. Caffeine is sold to us as a product that gives us energy, but it actually just masks the fact that you might be tired. You get that stimulation from the dopamine and the norepinephrine that gets released as well when you drink caffeine, but it cannot create energy. It can only mask the sleepiness, okay? If you're feeling tired, if you're feeling worn out, what you really need, the only thing that can really give you that energy is rest and recovery, because that's where you actually process the adenosine that has built up in your system, is when you actually get that full rest. So it's not just like building up, building up, building up. You're masking it, you're masking it, you're masking it. Like you have to actually rest well to clear it out of your system. And then carbs. Carbs are our main source of energy. Okay, so caffeine really just masks. And again, you get that stimulating effect, but at what cost? At what cost? And that's really what I want you to pay attention to, because the most feminine thing that you can do is start honoring natural rhythms and start taking care of yourself like you're a plant. Okay, we've talked about that. The toxic masculine energy that exists in the world, specifically in the United States, which has then kind of crept out everywhere, right? It's all about force. It's all about pushing. It's all about doing. There isn't a lot of room for nurturing and harmony, because as much as we're having an intellectual experience or a spiritual experience, you are also having a biological experience. And when you understand your biology, that's when you can be the most nurturing. And that's where you can create an inner world that is calm, that is grounded, that is healthy, that is magnetic, instead of aligning yourself with this outside world that's just hustle, go, do, rush type of thing. That's what we want to get out of, okay? Now, the other thing about caffeine, and the reason why I quit, is a friend of mine told me that it's bad for your skin. And I have a whole video about, your vanity is your protection, because our skin is our largest organ and it will talk to you when something is wrong. So it's not just chasing youth, it's actually a health signal. And so when he told me that it's bad for your skin, I said, that's it, I'm quitting. It's bad for your skin because it dehydrates you, #1. And #2, it constricts your blood vessels. Caffeine constricts your blood vessels. You want a lot of well-oxygenated blood flowing through the body at all times to bring what it needs to bring to your skin so you can be healthy. And you don't want to be dehydrated because we know that's bad for the skin. But even mild dehydration, so 1 to 2% of your body weight, can cause fatigue. So you're drinking the caffeine to block the signal of being tired, but then it's dehydrating you because you're not drinking water, and now you're feeling fatigued because you're dehydrated, but you drink more caffeine, and it doesn't make sense. It's not doing necessarily the thing that you think it's doing, and it's marketed in such a way that how would you know? How would you know these things? When we go back to thinking about masculine versus feminine paradigms in terms of energy, not gender, the toxic masculine, the out of balance masculine, tells us to drink this to block the natural signals. Don't honor the natural signals, block them. Keep going, keep pushing, keep rushing, keep doing. The feminine says, I prioritize rest, nurturing, and nourishment so that I can have real energy, not artificial energy. The further we go into this age of artificial intelligence, artificial everything, you have to stay connected to your femininity, your feminine energy, because you cannot force biology to be artificial. You cannot artificial your way to well-being. And that's what you're really seeking. That grounded, calm energy that you desire is not going to come through artificial means. And I've had this conversation with some of my clients, and I've recommended to them that they cut back on the caffeine or make sure you're drinking your morning cup of coffee with a real breakfast. Okay, because that's a whole other thing, the way that you're eating, right? Because these have real hormonal effects, real systemic effects in the body. And when those are out of balance, how are you going to access that calmness? And then take it a step further, how are you going to access the sensuality, the seductiveness, the allure when you don't feel good? It's hard. If you don't feel good in your body, when you're masking the fatigue and dumping all of these things into you and not giving your body what it really needs, how are we supposed to be that alluring magnetic woman? We got to do step one. We have to do step one. So, ladies, I highly recommend that you reduce your caffeine intake. If you don't want to give it up entirely, let's reduce it. Now, there's people out there, and I'm not sure why, but there's a lot of people out there who say, well, I don't like the taste of water. I don't like drinking plain water. I have a solution for you. Stop with the potions and the packets and the whatever. Let's go back to nature. Why not do herbal teas? Now you can flavor your water, but you can do so in a healthy, natural way. That's an easy and simple way to flavor your water throughout the day and also to get different benefits. Okay, there's different benefits for each tea. Some of them have antioxidants or minerals or vitamins, and you can customize it to what you like and what you need. So this tea that I'm drinking right now, this is one of my beauty recipes, and this is actually a traditional Chinese medicine tea. Shout out to the original creator that I learned it from on TikTok. This one has snow fungus. Yes, I said snow fungus. It's a type of mushroom. It has goji berries, Korean red dates, longan, lotus seeds, and usually I add ginger, but I didn't have any today. It's such a unique taste and flavor because obviously these aren't ingredients that we use here in the West very often. Every ingredient has a different benefit for the skin, for your health, for your beauty, and it does work. This tea works. So instead of drinking the caffeine that constricts your blood vessels and dehydrates you, why not reach for Rooibos? I love Rooibos. Rooibos tea has so many antioxidants. There's Hibiscus tea. There's chamomile in the evening if you want to calm down and relax. I love Nettle. It kind of has this earthy flavor to it. Like there's so many options. There's a whole world out there and they're all caffeine free. They're all caffeine free. You can even get into the metaphysical properties of the different herbs and the different teas. That's a whole other world that you can step into. So I invite you to check them out. Herbal teas are more in alignment with that feminine approach that you are desiring. I have some of my favorite teas in my Amazon store. I'll link it down below so you can explore some of those or go find your own. Let me know in the comments below how this video changed your mind about caffeine. Are you going to keep drinking it? Are you going to reduce it? Are you going to quit altogether? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you again for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel so you never miss an upload, and I will see you in the next one.